everybody. Welcome to BSing with BS. I'm here with the other half of BS, and I hope everybody is having a really snowy day. I, your hand does go in slow motion.
I don't know why that is.
I don't know. Are you stoned?
Might be.
All right, so we are having a snow day today. We are, yes, yeah, we're getting what? Well, we've got a foot or so.
There's like 85 feet of
There's
snow out there right now,
feet.
at least.
But we're all having a snow day. School's been called.
Probably
Work's
about
been
8,
called.
10 inches right now.
8, yeah. We're not even going out to clean up yet.
Still snowing.
It is.
Tilt your thing up. I bet you could look right out that window.
I don't know if it's not. It's covered by snow. It'd be a window of white. So
Okay.
we don't. Yeah. So I want to know. What our reality of what we do for a snow day is. Well, we try not to get up any earlier than we have to. Right. That's our reality.
Pants are optional.
We both have pants on. That's a good thing. But
Well,
they are indeed optional. So look, you even got up. You made the effort of getting up. That's good. Awesome. I don't even know if our son is up yet. I don't think he is.
He probably stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing video games.
Knowing that there was no school today.
Right.
So what's your favorite thing to do on a snow day?
Sleep.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else? Eat. Comfort food, obviously. You're making a really great beef stew today.
Yep. Put together something that's what's the word I'm looking for?
Hearty.
Put together a hearty
stew.
meal.
Yeah, hearty
because
stew.
After we have to go out, because eventually we do have to go out and battle the snow.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's not all fun and games. They tell people, if you're going to live in this part of the country, it's going to snow.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to recreate in it, then don't live in this part of the country.
Right.
Because
I'd rather ski. This is a nice skiing.
it's a nice
snow.
ski snow. It's really light, fluffy.
Really light, yeah. And of course we're on the East Coast, so we don't get a whole lot of light, fluffy snow that stays put on the mountains.
No, it's mostly crap.
It's called granular.
Somebody comes out here from the West Coast and how's the skiing?
Yeah.
Icy.
Yeah. Icy. Yep.
Yeah.
And we get a couple. It's nice to get a couple inches of nice fluffy snow, but it's usually really really hard packed surface on the ground, and then it turns into that granular icy stuff. So I don't like skiing on that one. But when was the last time we built a snowman?
Together?
Yeah, together.
I think the kids were little.
Yeah. It's been a while. We haven't had some really good snow to do snowman and time. You know what I mean? It's usually if we get that really great snow, it's because we're trying to move it and get out and get to work, and that's a bummer to have to deal with that. So,
that kind of snow that lends itself to building snowmen is also the kind that's super hard to move, so that by the time you've done the work, you don't feel like doing the play anymore.
Yeah, give me a cup of cocoa with some Baileys in it. That's what we're up for. Yes, that would be a nice. Okay,
that's a good idea.
So we're gonna have that.
There'll be a brief pause.
Yum. We decided to that was a really good idea.
Beth and Bruce.
So we got our cocoa and it's been enhanced.
Boosted.
So we're talking snow, and we have to go plow our driveway. And you know how many inches of snow equals 1 inch of rain?
I don't think that there's a definitive answer to that. But I'm going to say it's somewhere in the neighborhood of a foot.
Foot
Of snow equals 1 inch of rain.
Yeah. What about if it's sleet versus powder?
That's why I don't think there's a definitive answer to that.
Yeah.
It has to do with how much moisture is in in the snow crystals and how much moisture is falling along with the snow.
And whether there's a political analyst involved. Right? Margin of error and all.
Margin of error. Plus or minus 98%.
Pretty much, yeah. So we live actually really not under the shadow of it, but we live within striking distance of Mount Washington, which is the highest peak on the East Coast, and they boast some really good snow.
6,288 feet.
There's a really good sandwich at a local restaurant called the 6288. Oh, it's good, pastrami and is that the one, pastrami?
I thought it was roast beef.
But apparently we have different memories of what the sandwich is. They're good. We order them. Yeah. So, but the observatory. Have you ever been up to the observatory?
I have not ever been to the observatory.
No.
You know, you're never supposed to admit that locally.
I
that
know.
You've never been up there. It's like, oh, it's great. I live there. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
Of course, I've been up there. Walk it.
But
Walk it too, by the way.
Yeah, I walked it
Uphill, both ways.
barefoot in the snow.
In the snow. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that has some. Although I think the record was broken, but I think they got it back. I'd have to check on it, but it's something like over 230 miles per hour wind across that observatory. So I mean that'll lift your skirt.
That's something to be known for.
Yeah, yeah. But sadly, they have a resident cat, and this is since in my lifetime. I think there's only been two, might have been three, but one just passed away. Yeah, and he lives up there full time, and they bring the cat up, and he lives in the observatory up top of the mountain, and he just passed away this past winter. This past year, and I don't think they've replaced him. I haven't read anything.
I don't know anything about it, so I might call bullshit right on that there.
Marty the cat.
Well, Marty was named after one of the meteorologists that spent his entire career up there. They call it the rock pile, by the way.
Yeah, the rock pile?
Mount Washington is called the rock pile.
That is.
And there's an observatory up there. Mm-hmm. It is a low, squat building, as you may imagine, with 230-mile-an-hour winds.
And they have rime. I'm not pronouncing that right. The rime ice? Is that what it's? The rime? Rime ice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's ice that just forms and it blows and it just, so they've got vehicles up there and this ice just grabs onto those vehicles and then gets blown. And so there's just like these sideward stalactites, that's not the right one because it's not up or down, it's sideways.
It's not really a place where humans are supposed to live.
They're not. They're not supposed to live there.
But we do that because it's a great place to observe the weather, the conditions aloft without having to float balloons and all that stuff because it's a little over a mile above the rest of the land around it.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know how much snow they get there? A year?
I bet you measure it in feet.
You do. Yep. It's higher than it's higher than our house. I think. It's over 40 feet.
That's higher than our house.
Yeah, 40 feet. Something like they get an average like 42 feet per year or something like that. I think the most we had one year was 12 down on the ground, down here. And that was a horrible, horrible year. To be able to have to shovel 12 feet of snow. So, but yeah, they've been up there. They have staff that stay up there all year. They have go on shifts and stuff, and they stay up there for like a week, 6 or 8 days or so. And that's been staffed.
And then some crazy bastard drives a snowcat up there and shuffles them out on that weekly or monthly basis or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then drives that vehicle. You got to see this thing. Down what they call the Mount Washington Valley Auto Road, which in great conditions would terrify most drivers.
Yes. Where you're going,
that's way down
there's
there.
nothing beyond my car window. Yeah. There's nothing. Air. Nothing but air.
Yeah, that's that'd be a challenging job.
Yeah. So they've been manning this observatory up there with whatever team size since something like 1932, and continuously 1932, which you do the math.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, about 80 years.
That was probably
something.
part of the New Deal.
You think so?
I think so.
Awesome.
I think that would fall right
That
in
would.
with those public works projects that FDR was trying to build something. I don't care what it is. Build a friggin' house on top of that mountain, but
Yep.
build the road first. Well, that's going to take a long time. Yeah, well,
Yep.
that's all we've got.
Yep,
Is time.
it's time. I know. I don't think I won't even call bullshit on that one. But they actually did have to evacuate one time in like something like 2004. They had a fire.
Was it a real fire, or was it somebody just thinking they were going to be funny and yelling fire?
I don't know. That would suck. It was like February or something. I don't know when it was. Yeah, it was like February. That would suck. Okay, so now how do you like a snow day?
Snowmageddon.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
I don't want to leave.